Mr. Dow, what do you think of the new safety coach?
Did they find this guy off Craigslist or what?
Ms. Bright, what do you think of the new safety coach?
Did they get him off Craigslist?
So, Dr. Rhoda, what are your thoughts on the new safety coach?
Is he here?
Did you say Art's here?
No.
False alarm, everybody.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Coach Art Half Nelson podcast, where I answer your questions about school safety. Well, before I introduce my special guest today, I want you to know that I've read your emails about our sound quality and we need to improve it. So we've hired our new sound engineer, Micah. Micah! Mr. Phone!
Nah.
Our special guest today is Frankfort Chief of Police Scott Shoemaker. How you doing, Scott? Good. So let's get started. You know, Chief, we were going to call this Art After Dark. Wouldn't that mean daytime? Weird, right? Our first email comes from Mark in Winnebago, Minnesota. Coach Art, love the show, he writes. Thanks, Mark. He asks, what makes up a good alert? That's a great question. Don't you think that's a great question, Scott? Yeah. I knew you'd think that. Mark, to me, there are two types of alerts. The first is what I like to call your personal alert. You see, a personal alert is affected by your situational awareness. It's your perception of the environment around you and comprehending the meaning behind that perception. Sounds complicated, doesn't it, Chief? Yeah, it's not. Basically, it's like this. If you hear a loud noise, smell smoke, or see an intruder, you comprehend what your senses are telling you. It's the initial awareness received by your senses at the first notification of danger and recognizing that danger, because that's the time you need to act. Remember, during a violent critical incident, you are the first responders, and your actions during those critical minutes can save lives. Don't you agree with me, Chief? I knew you would. Let me apologize, everybody, for the quick edit here. Chief Shoemaker had to leave. Not like I could get him to stop talking anyway. Apparently he had to make some phone calls. I guess he's important. So to answer your question, the second type of alert will be the one, well, it's the one we're all familiar with. It's the alert that notifies everyone that there is danger in the building and what that danger is. It can come from a PA system, text message, a school safety app on your phone, email, or school radio. It could even be as simple as someone running down the hallway yelling, "There's an intruder." Now, this alert should be accompanied by information on what you should do, such as hold, secure, lock down, evacuate, and shelter. The key here is that you have to recognize and respect the alert when it is given. Take it seriously and know what to do. So an example of a simple alert would be something like this. Lockdown, lockdown. There's an armed intruder in the building walking towards door 14. He's dressed all in black with a handgun. That might be the only amount of information you'll be able to receive or put out. Our next email comes from James in Wynot, North Carolina. Jay's right. Coach Art, longtime caller, first-time listener. Anyway, James asks, when sending information, what should I send? That's a fantastic question, James. Don't you think so, Chief? You're right as always. You know, you don't talk much, do you? Going for that strong silent type? I get it. Well, James, think of it as like you're ordering a pizza. You're very descriptive on what you want on that pizza, like the type of meats, veggies, cheese, even the type of crust you want, to include that cauliflower concoction. You know, Chief, Coach Art recently became a vegetarian. I don't eat grass-fed beef. James, your goal is to provide real-time information, use plain language, never use code words, and just like ordering that pizza, be as descriptive as possible. You want everyone to know what the danger is. For example, is it an intruder? Where that intruder is going? Where they might have came from? What they're wearing? Do they have a weapon? Or any other distinguishing characteristics? Now, if you were going to use Coach Art and describe his distinguishing characteristics, you would probably say devilishly handsome and bald. If you're going to use Chief Shoemaker, you would probably say looks like Luke Wilson's younger brother. Now, James, if you're in the classroom trying to call the office, you need to include your location, who you are, what you saw, and what that intruder looked like. And don't be afraid to call 911 and provide the same information to the police. They need that because they're on their way. What you're doing is providing information that allows everyone to know what decisions to make based on their training. That can include evacuating, lockdown with barricade, or the use of multiple options. Our last letter comes from Candace in American Fork, Utah. Candace writes, Coach Art, I love the shorts. Thank you, Candace. You know, Coach Art knows a little something about fashion. I was a botanist for Louis Vuitton. You know, who didn't think that cactus underwear would work out, right? She continues, who can give an alert? Well, Candace, the last thing you want to do is add confusion and hesitation when time is critical during a violent critical incident. That's why it's imperative for everyone to have the capability, confidence, and empowerment to give an alert. For example, Arpaio High School in Littleton, Colorado. A high school custodian gave the alert for a lockdown after an armed student opened fire inside the school. Tragically, a bright and wonderful young woman lost her life that day. But due to the brave actions of the custodian who gave the alert, the other staff members who recognized the alert was being given, they took action by evacuating students from the library because that is where the armed intruder was going. Because of their actions, there was no further loss of life. That's why it's vital to understand we all play a critical role in school safety. Remember, I don't want you scared, I want you prepared. Until next time, I'm Coach Art Half Nelson. You know, Chief, maybe next time you might let someone else talk.
I'm gonna impound his car and his headband.